Bibbidi boop boop! Welcome back! Today, we are going to be opening up some more ancient chests. Not a whole lot, because honestly, I've been a little busy this week and haven't been able to dungeon grind as much as I would like. But we are going to be opening up over 100 chests, and you can sort of see what I get out of my drops, maybe scratch a little bit of that chest opening itch of yours. But the main things that we want out of these, of course, are holy talismans, but I would also really like some shade brute pieces, because I've only got 7 of them. And obviously I'd rather get shade brute as a new dragon. But anyway, let's go and open up these chesty westies. Of course, I do always recommend that you keep a few spare chests so that you've got some to use in terms of the bonus quests, but I can get some more from the dungeon in a second anyway. And here we can either choose to get a duplicate Neobone or a ticket, and I actually don't remember how many pieces of Neobone I have, so I'm going to take 1 duplicate. And now, from now on, instead of taking any more duplicate Neobones, I'm just going to take the tickets. I always like to keep at least 1 duplicate of a dragon, just in case. Just in casey wasey. But you know, sometimes they may come up in collection events, which is the reason why I always recommend that you keep at least 1 dupe. You don't have to, but it sucks if you get a new event that has a dragon that you could have just saved a copy of, essentially. I did just use x50 for the Indigo collection, so I am going to take another duplicate x50. So basically I've hatched like 3 or 4 x50s now. Because certain dragons just seem to come back in collection events every now and then. Which is kind of weird, but you know, it is a thing. I'm going to take a duplicate Hellion, and was that another times 10? Oh, I've got many Hellions, that was pointless. Oh well, we've got another dupe now. But in terms of my general event progress, I think my dragon board's going okay. It's just obviously we haven't opened up many chests yet, so every time we get a times 50, that will be a really big help. So far, I've only gotten 2 of them, which actually, considering the amount of chests I've opened, is pretty good. But every time you get that times 50, those ancients become a big step closer. And also, if you don't get many times 50 drops, your overall talismans that you've got are probably going to be quite low. Especially if you get lots of times 1s, which are no bueno. But we'll see how many holy talismans I have by the end of opening these, because remember, this is just week 1 of the event. We've still got 3 weeks left, but this is a pretty good dungeon rotation week. So I don't want to, let's say, just not get anything. There's a biggie, another times 50. There's 3 times 50s. Okay. Considering how bad my luck was in the last event, this is going okay. This is going okay. You know? And then these are the last ones out of this lot of tickets. So now we're up to about 32 pieces of Shade Brute, which is okay. And rather than using those bonus chests up there, I am going to go and quickly go and do our dungeon run here and get up to 2,000 so that we can open up the purple chest. And remember, if you want more ancient tickets, the best thing to do is grind out the dungeon. So focus on completing these quests. And the reason I use Apollo, despite him being a much lower level, is because he gets times 3 whenever he gets a KO. And that's why his sigils are the way that they are, so that that can happen. So that's why I grind out the first few waves with Apollo, and then I move on to using Ikez in the middle. Ideally, I'd have more dragons closer to the level of my main guys, but I don't have enough food for that yet. So that's going to be another many millions of food away. But Apollo should take us up to 2k in a second, and I can finish the rest of this dungeon run in a little while. But remember, for dungeon you need divine, ancient, water, earth, and AoE attacks. AoE here, you can see, especially fire, super duper useful. So there we go, we're up to 2k. So now we're going to go explore and go and open up this purple chesty westy. Ooh, Echo Dragon. I've already got an Echo Dragon, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take the 12 ancient tickets from this chest, and then we just keep doing that over and over and over again. I don't have many KOs this week again because I haven't been able to log in very often. But come the next few weeks, I should have a little bit more time. Maybe we can do some on-stream grinding, something like that. But let's go and open up these final 12 extra chests that we just collected and see if we can get another times 50 game. Big drop for Shade Brute game. No, it gives me a times 5 and a bunch of times 1s. No, that's exactly what I didn't want. Oh well, better than nothing, right? And then we got a times 5 to end it. So we just opened up like 100 chests, 111 chests there, and plus I did open some before. So right now I'm sitting at 525 Holy Talismans, which if we wanted to get both of the ancients, that's not going to be enough because obviously each ancient is 1500, so you'd need to be on pace to getting 1500 talismans every 2 weeks, and that's just to get Raisk and Merca. However, if you want to get October, you really have to pick up the pace, and especially if you want Homala, you're going to have to be even more stringent and probably ignore October completely. That's probably what I'm going to have to do because as much as I wanted to get October after missing them before, it's just not going to happen. And Raisk and Merca are obviously needed for that Glom collection, so I might as well try and go and get the Ancient Divine Dragon if I can, because even though I've got Frosk, which I don't use, and Glom, which I probably won't use, just in case anything changes with the meta, these guys just have such good base stats that it's still worth it. So that's my planny wanny for now. And in terms of my dragon board, I'm at 112 pieces of house, which honestly isn't too bad. I'm also on chapter 11 of dragon, what's it called? Oh my goodness, I've forgotten. Double Trouble. I was thinking Dragon Trouble, but not Double Trouble. But that's where I'm roughly up to right now. But the only other thing that I really have to do for today is remind you that we do have Whale Mart. Don't buy these tickets. 25 tickets for 199 gems is a horrifically bad deal. Almost everyone can get way more tickets than that just through dungeon gemming, so don't do it. Don't buy the premium sigil chests if you don't have loads of gems, but take the enchantment tickets. That's basically it. And I also have Mr. Indigo here, who, you know, we got the other day out of the collection. Very pretty birdie looking egg, and we will open this bad boy up. And I've said it before, but Indigo, if you are a player that has just unlocked, say, Light and Shadow, it could be useful for a really short-term / mid-game epic until you do get lots of Divines and Ancients. No, even though Shadow is kind of you've got Water and you've got that Light AoE, so it could be a really useful dragon for some people. But anyway, the Indigo Dragon has gorgeous plumage. It's incredibly soft to the touch, but for some reason the dragon prefers to live in the This dragon prefers to live in the shadows. Maybe it's tired of people fawning over its feathers. To be fair, feathery dragons are pretty cool. Imagine how warm he is. He must be a very, very warm boy. And plus, look at how big his ears are. Are they ears or horns? They're huge. Troz, where'd you get those ears from? You get them from your mama? Must have been it. Either way, of course I'm going to level up Troz because delicious dragon collector points. Speaking of which, I think I'm about 185,000 now, so honestly, Pinata's not looking out of reach anymore. It's looking like it might happen sooner rather than later, and getting more epics, like this very feathery boy. Look at him shaking that ass. Yeah boy, shake that ass. Anyway, don't ask, I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, in terms of DCP, we're at 183,000. Of course, Pinata's at 200, and then Moth's at 250,000. But obviously, between us getting the gems and Pinata, it's taken a while. But if we did some enchantment and such, we'd be closer. But considering how difficult it is to get enchantment materials these days, I don't like to waste them. But I think if we get enough gloms and extra bonus dragons and all these extra divine ancients, we should be getting to Pinata sooner rather than later, which will be an actual milestone in game. So isn't that just dandy? Anyway, that's probably all that I'm going to be doing for today. In terms of which dragon I would buy first, if I was going to buy any of them, I would probably end up buying Merca first, just because he looks cool. And plus Void, you can do some weird gimmicky stuff with Void. But either of these two ancients, Raisk or Merca, they're not really very good team dragons. They're mainly just to get Glom, which is kind of depressing for them. But don't forget that Hausk, even though he's not really an ideal dragon for a dungeon team, if you throw Witchcraft on this boy, you're still going to get a lot of damage out, because Witchcraft is going to work with Shadow and Plant. So Hausk could just be a massive, like, arena destruction / map destruction dragon, and you'd probably decimate everyone just outside of dungeon. But anyway, for now, I appreciate you joining me. Don't forget, we've got stuff coming up next week, and we do post this stuff in the DML news section on the Discord server. It mainly takes some stuff from the main server, but remember, we've got solo event next week, and we've got the weekly dragon being the werewolf dragon, and apart from that, not much else is happening. But solo event, so get prepared for that new Ravager dragon. And aside from that, I guess have a good weekend. So for now, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you then.